On my mind, season 2, episode 12. This is basically just a reminder. And first of all, let me say, to the creator of all things known and unknown, we truly love you and we want to thank you for all that you have done for me. I want to thank you and tell you I love you, I respect you, I surrender all to you. And to my loyal listeners and to the people that supporting What's on My Mind series, I truly love you all. I respect you. There's so many words I have to say, but basically, thank you. Thank you for supporting me on my journey. And talking about my journey, as you see behind me, the wisest man I know who started me on my journey, who gave me great words of wisdom, opened up my understanding, and the only bad part, I'm a knucklehead. Because while he was alive, he talked to me, but I wanted to do my own thing. He would counsel me, but I wanted to do my own thing. He used to always say, Victor, you're trying this, and this is not working for you. Try another avenue, but I wanted to do my own thing. And to him, I have so many apologies, and Daddy, I'm so wrong, and Daddy, I love you. But I can't say that to him now because he has gone beyond where I could verbalize to him exactly all and how I feel. But it is never too late to put into practice wisdom and great advice. So to this man, I owe a lot. I don't know if y'all can see it because I can't see nothing because I don't have my glasses on. But that's with me, with my father, a great, great, great man, Bishop Thomas J. Weeks. And that handsome man behind me is myself. So I know a lot of you are disappointed because I'm not sitting in my car. Where I've been, I had a major operation, so I've been down and I haven't been able to drive. I'm trying to recover. Dr. Weeks also had a major operation because she was supposed to be on before I went for my operation, but she's fighting and toiling herself, and she's in a lot of pain. And first time I ever heard her say no to give her opinion and God's opinion to the people, but she was in pain. I talked to her, and I'd never, ever seen her like that. But I will get her there. Also, I have a special treat. I'm going to ask a man, he hasn't consented yet, but I'm going to ask a man that I respect a lot. From the first day I met him, he came to me and spoke truth. He spoke exactly how he felt about certain things and issues. He's a man I know that say exactly what's on his mind. He's a man who do not agree with everything that I have put out in my blogs. He followed my blogs, and he told me, oh, Vic, I understand what you're saying, but I totally disagree with this part of what you're saying. So I do not like to preach to the choir. Like I said a lot of times in my blogs, if you disagree with me or agree with me, write it in the comments. But so far, everybody call me and connect with me personally, which I don't mind. So I'm going to have him on because I know that he has a lot to offer I know that he's a very intelligent and wise man. And also, he could get into topics where I really want to get into topics I can't get with Dr. Weeks. So between him and Dr. Weeks coming in and myself, we're going to raise the level of this and also hopefully raise the level of the people. There's one reason why I'm doing this one today, but I'm going to get to that. I'm going to hold that to last. Also, I would like to say, I hope that you listen to what I said in my other earlier episodes, because if you did that, right now you'd be smiling and you'd be so happy and saying, yes, I listened to Mr. Weeks, Vic, what he told us when he says, this is the time to seize property. This is the time for us to start building our wealth. This is the time for us to go out and start buying property. Because right now, less than 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, property have risen about 100%. People are making money hand over fist selling their houses. People are buying property like crazy now. And if you listen to me, less than a year, you would have made thousands upon thousands upon tens of thousands of dollars. But let this be a lesson. If you have the means, it's time to act. If you have the means. Because God will give me more insight, because it is our time. Now, I talked about this subject many times in my What's Up, What's on My Mind. And I want you tonight to grab your family. Tonight, grab your children. Tonight, call your nieces and nephews. Tonight, call your cousins. Tonight, put out the word wherever you are. They are putting on a documentary on Black Wall Street. Tonight, they are putting on Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tonight, call your friends. Tonight, 9 o'clock, CNN. I call all my grandchildren. I called all of them. I made it mandatory at 8:58. I'll be calling to make sure they're sitting down in front of the TV set. ALL, all of them with their parents. It is important to know who you are. I always talk about, before you could go anywhere, before you do anything, you have to know who you are. You have to know your history. Because we living on history. We can't build no future unless we know our history. My first, What's on My Mind? You could go look it up on YouTube, because every single one of What's on My Mind is on my YouTube channel, Victor Weeks. You could look it up, and I said, I apologize for my generation to the youth today, because we burn, we burn and riot, we burn and riot, protest, we burn, riot, and sing songs, and yet nothing have changed. I apologize, because we thought we was making change. But the evidence in which we live in, we have not made no change. We actually have gone backwards. But the blinders are on. The blinders are on. Because, Victor, what you talking about? This is 2022. When I grew up in the 50s and 60s and 70s, the police wasn't killing us. They used to give us a good ass whipping. Oh yeah, they used to whip our ass. But we lived. We lived. The police officers used to walk the streets and be in our blocks. We knew them. They knew us. Had a problem, they whipped your ass, took you home to your parents, and your parents whipped your ass. But you lived. My parents, who worried when I went out, but I was pretty sure that I would come back home. They waited for me to come walk through that door. But today, parents can't be that sure. They're scared of a phone call in the middle of the night while their kids are out. And there's no greater sin. There is no greater sin than a parent to bury their kids. There's no greater sin. But I'm getting into it. There's so many topics. There's so many things I've been dying and been waiting to express and getting back up into what's on my mind. So many great things. But remember, tonight, CNN, Black Wall Street. And you know, I've been watching the previews, and I've been studying Black Wall Street for a while. They have rewritten history a couple of times already. They're trying to dilute the facts. They're trying to whitewash and to ease exactly what happened. Because I saw a segment where they talk about after everything happened, that the black community rebuilt Black Wall Street. I hope they tell 100% of the truth, because a lot of the black people, businesses, and homes were stolen from the people. The mayor, city council, white men, says you cannot claim no land unless you have the deed to the land. The black people of that time owned their businesses. They owned their land. So they was not mortgaged and their deed to land was in the bank. They owned their property. Deeds of their property and their businesses was with them, which was burned to the ground so they couldn't prove, as far as the white man was concerned, that property belonged to them. The city took their land and stole it to white people. So I saw the segment where they would say, oh, black people build it up, and they, ooh, shucking, jiving, dancing, which really pissed me off. So you know my next segment will be on what we see tonight. So that's all I have to say because that's what's on my mind.